This is Wizard Tea Time. My name is Kevin.
I'm Diamond.
This week's episode, what is it?
We're doing ball pythons.
Ball pythons, probably one of the coolest reptiles that you can own as a pet. Also super popular because of their name, right? Ball python means they like to curl up into a ball to defend themselves. They don't really like to bite. It can happen. That being said, ball pythons, all snakes have the ability to bite, so don't just think because your snake has the word ball in it, it's not going to bite. They just curl up for self-defense. They're a very placid snake, very cool. Downside about owning a ball python is that they can live upwards of 35 to 50 years. That's the longest living snake species on the planet. This is probably the animal that I'm given the most. So last year I was given 5 ball pythons. I now have 2. I was able to rehome 3 of them. Don't get a lizard that lives for an incredibly long time, a snake that lives for an incredibly long time.
They are from Africa. They are the smallest of the African pythons. These guys live in termite mounds and they live
in scrubland,
Yeah.
woodland areas, as well as savanna areas. Termite mounds, they can live in there.
Yeah, they can get up to about 20 pounds in weight, which is really neat. These guys are twins, so I always call them Mary Kate and Ashley. Mary Kate? Ashley.
It's a great name.
Thank you.
Something you may not know about snakes in general is that boas and pythons have vestigial limbs. They will have leg remnants at the base of their tail. Males will have larger vestigial limbs than females because they will use them to kind of tickle the female and be like, hey Vanessa, what's up? It's great that you call them Mary Kate and Ashley, even though they are both males.
Yes, I do like to change it up a little. It's a little
You
fun.
can just call them Adam and Steve. That's a pretty good
I like
change
what
up.
I say.
Yeah.
Because all the adults also laugh when I say that during shows.
Very good.
And those are the ones paying me.
They hunt by using heat-sensitive pits on their face. They get an infrared image of the world, so they see the body heat of the potential prey item, like a rodent coming into a termite mound to possibly eat some tasty bugs. If that happens, the snakes will eat the rats and protect the termites and keep the mound as a home. So it's almost a partnership or relationship, symbiotic relationships exist in animals all around the world. Ball pythons, termites, that's one. They also don't necessarily live in termite mounds. Another fun thing about ball pythons is in Central and Western Africa, where you can find them. If there was a random color or pattern morph that people would find of the ball python, there would be wars fought. There would be guerrilla warfare fought over these snakes' morphs because they could sell a potential morph to some vendor in the United States or North America, Europe, for hundreds of thousands of dollars. They became almost more valuable than drugs at a certain point, which is kind of wild to think that there were python wars fought. Like, people would use, if they found a color or pattern morph in the wild, like, different factions of gorillas would fight each other for these snakes, which is wild to think that people would lose their lives over a ball python.
You see the article I sent you, though, about this?
I know.
It's like this 6-year-old snake that's
Whoa.
a ball python. Yeah,
Nice.
it laid eggs, and New York Times covered it.
Nice. I don't trust mainstream media, but very cool that you read an article written by the New York Times.
Yeah, she laid eggs, too. And she hadn't been around a male for about 15 years.
That's pretty cool. There's reports of parthenogenesis happening, parthenogenic reproduction, where the female essentially clones herself to put more females out in the wild to try and procreate
Do you think
and replicate the species.
human females could do that one day?
No. Mammals do not participate in. There's no immaculate conception or parthenogenic reproduction in humans. That is just maybe AI, artificial insemination, but
I mean, we
That's
can only hope, can we?
nope. No, I don't want genetic mutations like that. That's not safe. Another thing about ball pythons, owning them, sometimes they can go off food because they want to reproduce. Snakes, they can sometimes go anywhere between 6 to 8 months without food. I think there have been some snakes that have went over, ball pythons that have went over a year without food. The drive to procreate is just incredibly strong. So, and on to the next segment, stories of the week. Diamond, you can go first with your two balls, one around your neck, one in your hand.
Yeah, so my little story for the week is just going to be the fact that kids often tell us all the dead animals that they have or known or seen. It's it's
That's always funny. I grew up
Yeah.
seeing a bunch of dead animals
yeah, yeah.
hit on the side of the road. People used to hit snapping turtles where I grew up.
Really?
Oh yeah, no, real
That's so
old timey
sad.
country. Yeah.
Were they as big as we saw it from that video the other day?
Uh, big snapping turtles. I've caught some pretty big ones.
Whoa,
Not that big.
that's wild.
Yeah. Usually females trying to find a spot to nest. Uh, my story from this week is, well, I got to do a show, and as I usually interact with the crowd, but I also kind of gear the questions towards the children. I had an adult just slam dunking all the answers on the children, letting the children know what's up, that they're Bill Nye the Science Guy. And I love that when an adult is so invested in the show that when I say something like, what do bright colors mean in the wild? And an adult's like, poisonous or venomous. It's a warning. And it's just like, it sure is.
Sweet.
Because that's great.
I'm so proud of you.
No, and honestly, I am. I would slam dunk on children. It's one of my favorite things in the world to do is slam dunk on a kid. It is hilarious to do that.
So good. Well, this has been Lizard Wizard Tea Time. I'm Diamond.
And I'm hot. It is so warm outside.
Yeah.
He's
He's in the hot seat. Look, we'll do a zoom in his
Gross.
face. Look how sweaty his face is right now.
No, I don't zoom in. I look
I'm going
disgusting.
To. It's part of my job.
well, if it's part of your job, what I really want you to do is put a video or something or a picture of I want a fire. I want a bunch of fire to show how warm I am right
Like
now.
multiple fires?
Just several flames.
Oh,
I
gosh.
hate this.
Here we go.
It is
I can make that happen.
so warm. Yeah, if you don't, you're fired.
Ugh. Who else would sit in this backyard with you? Who else would not escape the backyard, but who else would... What's it called when you get into a backyard?
I'm not helping you on this one. You're done. No. Again, I don't know where I am. We broke in. You can see we're sitting on different sides
Yeah.
since the last video, so you know that we actually... It's been several days since our last episode was recorded.
This is true.
Well, guys, this is another quick episode of Lizard Wizard Tea Time. My name is Kevin.
And I'm Diamond.
And that's the last episode she's going to be in.
No, there's fire everywhere. There's fire. Look, I'm a snake man. Snake salesman. Here, I'll sell you back the snake hook. He owns our company. He doesn't like to say it to you guys, but he does.
I teach children.
And I also do that.
Oh, gosh.
He books the shows, and I show up. I often tell people that I don't know what's in the boxes, that you pack them for me.
And I love that you steal all my jokes.
I do. You didn't get Kevin, but you got the shorter version of him.
You got...
Oh, see, you want to see a dangerous animal have a drink of water?
It's tea. What are you?
That was my Kevin impression.
No, you're the,
The greatest. The best hire ever.
No, what's one of those cheap delivery companies?
Oh, like Uber?
No,
Skip the dishes?
no, it's not Amazon. It's
Fabulous-on?
no.
Huh. I don't know. Oh, AliExpress?
You're the AliExpress version of Kevin. That's what you are. You're the AliExpress version of Kevin.
Whoa! My birthday's coming up. You're not going to be invited to my birthday party, let me tell you
I
that.
don't want to go.
It's coming up August 30th.
Yeah, don't
Like,
give her,
share,
don't,
subscribe.
Don't give her tips for her birthday.
Please give me tips for my birthday.
No. AliExpress. Kevin.
I need the tips. Like, share, and subscribe, and we'll stop talking about my birthday.
I have already stopped. I don't need to talk about your grubby birthday. And that's been the tea on ball pythons. This is tea.
One sweaty man, and you can't tell them what we're drinking. They didn't pay for a shout out.
Bleep that. Sorry, it was tea. We were drinking tea the whole time.
We're supposed to be drinking
It's
tea.
like soda. It was soda.
What do they call it in the States? Pop?
I don't know. I've just called it soda. I don't know what.
You have a South African accent?
I know it's no.
Cockroach.
South Africa.
You did have one, and you busted out in the last 2 seconds of the video.